Welcome to the DramaKueen Perspective, a podcast designed to empower, inspire, educate, and entertain. DramaKueen is a philanthropist, educator, business owner, poet, and performer. So you know you will be entertained. Find out what's trending. Get a thumbs up or thumbs down on the hottest restaurants, places, and things. And find out ways to help your business grow. And much, much more. Without further ado, here is your host, DramaKueen.
What's up? It's your girl DramaKueen coming to you for the DramaKueen vlog and the DramaKueen Perspective. Now, this is something that I normally do not talk about, but today I felt the need, the obligation. I just felt like I had to discuss this. In case you've been hiding under a rock, Will Smith smacked the daylights out of Chris Rock at the Oscars for disrespecting or saying something that can be perceived as disrespectful and hurtful to his wife. And I want to talk about it. Now, it's so weird. I've not been feeling good because I suffer from autoimmune diseases myself. And I've been up for the last several hours just, rewatching the videos, looking at the commentary, looking at social media, just trying to see where people are with this, how they feel. I've even called my own parents this morning and I was like, hey, I'm interested to know how you guys feel about this situation, because like a lot of people in the United States, I have multiple feelings and I'm torn because I'm looking at it from multiple different aspects. And so I said, you know what? We're going to talk about it on the DramaKueen Perspective because this is my perspective. And like I said, I don't typically do videos like this, but I felt an obligation for the simple fact that I am considering myself a champion for people who suffer from autoimmune diseases, and alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease that causes you to lose your hair, is something that Jada Pinkett Smith is suffering from and has been very, very vocal. I said, I have to look at this. I have to look at this from an educator standpoint. I have to look at this from a Black woman standpoint. I have to look at this from a comedic standpoint. I have to look at it from different standpoints. And so I wanted to, before I started my day today, I wanted to get on here and share with you the DramaKueen's perspective on the situation that is all over the news and the internet this morning, because it just happened last night, less than 24 hours ago. So let's dive into it. So I want to start with the thing that is the most touching to me or hurtful to me, or where maybe I can understand where Will Smith was coming from. I want to start there. I'm going to go a lot of different places. Don't call me wishy-washy. These are just when I think through things, I try to think about different perspectives and things, and that's what I'm going to do for this story. So, for those that don't know, I suffer with 3 autoimmune diseases. I suffer from celiac disease, I suffer from Graves' disease, and I suffer from thyroid eye disease. Having celiac disease, I lost all of my hair. I had to get all of my hair cut off 12 years ago, and I lost over 90 pounds. So my first perspective is going to be the autoimmune disease perspective. Not only the autoimmune perspective per se, but being one who, like Jada Pinkett Smith, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that the Smiths share and do, and I think they overshare, but one of the things that I definitely can agree with Jada Pinkett Smith is she has shared her journey, and she's opened up about her journey with alopecia to try to help support other people who may be suffering with alopecia, who may not be suffering now, but may be suffering at a later time. She's sharing her story. She's giving people the ins, the outs, all of that. And to have someone make a joke and a mockery, I get on that aspect why hands felt like they needed to be laid, because I will be honest with you. I volunteered to go on a show on A&E called 60 Days In. It's now on Netflix and Hulu. And the purpose of me doing the show, my sole purpose, well, I won't say sole purpose. My main purpose for doing the show was to bring awareness about autoimmune diseases when you were in jail, especially autoimmune diseases that cause you to have a food intolerance or food allergy. I wanted to lay hands on A&E. I wanted to lay hands on the production company. I wanted to lay hands on them for making a mockery of a disease that has changed my life. Let me say it again. A disease that I am still suffering from. I suffer from every single day. And it pissed me off when the production company and A&E had an opportunity to educate, but instead they chose the punk route and went the entertainment route and made a mockery of me and my disease. There's nothing funny about me, my disease, and the things that I went through during that. And so I can understand where in a quick moment, Will Smith was offended and wanted to and did lay hands on Chris Rock. Because here's the thing. There are very few people in my circle that were around and saw the pain and the suffering that I went through with all of my autoimmune diseases. I was going through it where I lost my hair. I had long, beautiful, thick hair. As a woman and a woman of color, we deal with a lot with our hair anyway. People are going to judge whatever we do. If we wear our hair straight, we're trying to be too white. If we wear it natural, then you're being too black. If we have dreads, that's aggressive. If we're wearing weaves, we're trying to look like Europeans. This is something that as African American women, we deal with this every day. There are policies that are put in place in states, organizations, and businesses about hair because we're judged off of our hair. So Chris, being an African American male, should know that that is one thing that's off limits. Okay? So that is me kind of talking about the trauma, the triggers that could have been set off by Chris Rock for Will and Jada. For Will, because he's seen his wife go through this. He's seen her cry. He's seen her be sad, maybe mad, maybe cry, maybe hit stuff, be angry, ask God, why me? And today, on the day of the Oscars, she is putting her beautiful, bald, alopecia head out with pride. And this is said. It was within poor taste. It was in poor taste. Will Smith, and I'm sure Jada Pinkett Smith, were triggered. Now, let me play devil's advocate, because I wanted to. Not only did I want to lay hands on the production company and the network for the way that they mishandled my story and made it a joke and a mockery when you're talking about my health. I made a comment to one of the participants on 60 Days In at the reunion that I wanted to lay hands on her. Now, they didn't show that. I wasn't saying I wanted to lay hands on her because she made a mockery of my disease. I said that because she put my safety in jeopardy and at risk. However, I did not lay hands on her. I wanted to. I thought about it. I had time to think about it. Will Smith did not have time to think about it. For me, I'm an educator. And what I don't believe in is when people say, practice what I preach and not what I do. You need to lead by example. And so I say that to say that people say ignorant things all the time. If you put hands on people and got violent or slapped them every time somebody says something ignorant, there would be altercations every day and lives would be lost because it would just continue to escalate. So I don't condone violence. I don't condone putting your hands on people. But this is the thing here. Sometimes we look at these celebrities, these athletes, these actors, these directors, these producers, these singers, these rappers, and we put them on such a high pedestal, and we forget at the end of the day that they are still human. How many of us have been in a situation where somebody has said something ignorant to us and we reacted quickly? Now, when you react quickly, there are consequences. I had a situation where in my 30s, I almost got into a fight with a older woman who said some very racially triggering things to me, and I knew what she was trying to do. But her husband was there, and he was like, "Oh, you always doing this, starting stuff." And that was the thing that was able to snap me back in reality and say, you know what? I got more to lose than she does. And if I react to this, there will be consequences, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'll have people that support me. I have people that don't support me. So this is why people are so torn, because Chris Rock crossed the line. But are we allowed to smack people or lay hands on people every time they cross the line? That's a good question. I really want to hear you guys' comments. Make sure you put your comments down, because I really want to know what you guys think about this situation, because it's really tearing people. You know, people are torn about how they feel. Now, I'm going to come at another angle. I have always been considered, people call me a comedian. So a few years ago, I actually took a comedy class and learned how to write comedy, deliver comedy. I enjoyed it. My first comedy show was strictly about my time in 60 Days In and volunteering to go to jail. So during what was supposed to be my second performance, I start writing jokes, and I was like, "Ooh, no, I can't do this joke because this might offend this person. Ooh, no, I can't do this joke because this might offend this person. Well, dang, I can't say this because that might offend this group of people." And I decided not to participate in the comedy show, because the days of Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and the non-cancel culture, those don't exist anymore. And I am woman enough and adult enough to know that there are things that I know will trigger me and jokes I don't want to hear. Give you an example. While I was in my comedy class, one of my classmates called me. She said, "Hey, I got this new joke and I want you to listen to it. Tell me what you think." I was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "It's about abortion." I said, "I don't want to hear it." I said, "I can't have children. So I'm probably not the one that you want to tell a joke about abortion, because that's one subject that is absolutely not funny to me." So I decided, I learned a lot. I don't think right now is the time that I want to do stand-up comedy, because I don't want to be offensive to anyone. You can call it people being sensitive. You can call it whatever. But we all have been through things in our life where we have triggers. We all have trauma. And we all have things that we are sensitive about. And so for me, I just made the decision not to do it. I heard Steve Harvey say, comedy's not the same. I don't want to do it. I get it. I get it. Now, some say Chris Rock didn't know that Jada Pinkett Smith suffered from alopecia. So let's talk about it. When Chadwick Boseman was dying of cancer, nobody knew exactly what was going on but the people close to him. This is why it is very important not to be judgmental and to be empathetic and sympathetic, because you don't know what people are going through. You don't have to know why she's bald. But most people, not all, because there are some people that just voluntarily shave their head, and that's a look that they want to embrace. But a lot of people historically, when they shave their head, it's for a health reason. It's for a health reason. You don't have to understand. And I will tell you, one of the other reasons I did this right now is because this whole thing has triggered me. Because I have people in my life that are not empathetic and sympathetic to the things that I'm going through as I suffer through my autoimmune disease. And I do. I want to lay hands on them. I'm going to be honest. I do. Some people say Will Smith and Chris Rock are friends. Some people say they have beef that dated back to 2016 when Chris Rock said something about Jada Pinkett when she wanted to boycott the Oscars. Here's the thing. Whether they're friends, they consider themselves family, or foe, when people deal with health issues, there are insecurities. There is trauma. And there are triggers. I am in the midst of that now. As we speak, people that I thought should have my back, support me, and they are kicking me in my butt, and it hurts. It hurts. So never will I say it's okay to, if somebody didn't physically touch you or lay hands on you, for you to do that. But I understand how you can be triggered, and that can cause trauma. We talk about protect Black women. But when Will Smith protected his wife, he has some people that are supporting him, some people that are not. But guess what? Had Will Smith not said anything today, it would be a group of people calling him a punk, saying, well, he didn't protect his Black woman, and you know, how can he call himself a man, and he didn't act like a man and protect his wife and his children. So at the end of the day, what I say is, do what you do. It's going to have consequences at the end of the day, but people are going to have something to say one way or another. Stop judging people and making a mockery out of their trials and tribulations and things that trigger them and cause them trauma. Because it could have went a lot worse than it did. Stop it. It's not funny. I saw Jada Pinkett's face, and I felt her pain. I felt her pain. I felt her pain because I had a network make a mockery out of something that I did not choose to have, and that I have to deal with every single day, and it hurts. We have to do better. This story it really hurt and it really hit home for me. Because when I lost my hair, people had stuff to say, not knowing the internal, emotional, the spiritual, the physical trauma that I was dealing with. And to have someone on national television do that, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know that I was going to get this emotional. But we got to start having more empathy and sympathy. And sometimes not go the entertainment route. Don't go the entertainment route. Just shut up. Or educate. But everybody wants to go viral. And everybody's so selfish. One thing about me, anybody that knows me, really knows me, they know that the last word that could describe me would be selfish. So it's selfish when we treat people this way and make a joke out of their health. Violence is never the answer. Violence is never the answer. But I can see why it happened the way it did. Let's talk about it. Leave your comments down below.
Thanks for listening to the Drama Queen Perspective. Be sure to like and subscribe this podcast and share with the drama queens in your life. Until next time, this has been the Drama Queen Perspective.